On today's video about Kendrick Lamar, the Super Bowl.
Hello everybody, welcome to the Impressive channel. Did Kendrick Lamar fumble the Super Bowl halftime show? I think he did, y'all, and to be honest, I was kind of underwhelmed. It's not like Kendrick did a bad job. I thought he did a great job. I thought the dancers killed it. I thought it was good. It was a good performance, but it didn't wow me. And I guess the reason why it didn't wow me is because my expectations were so high. Kendrick is a great performer, and I do remember when he performed at that Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre halftime show, and his performance was amazing. So I was expecting that times 10, but I didn't get that. The thing that was missing was his hits. He performed more of the songs on his album GNX, and I do understand he has a stadium tour coming up with SZA, and these are the songs that he's going to be performing. So this whole show was really a plug for his album GNX. However, I do wish he performed more of his hits. I appreciate the fact that he at least did Be Humble, because that was one of my favorite parts. He did All the Stars with SZA, which was really good. SZA sounded great. And he also did DNA, I think. So he did perform a few of his hits.
Fun fact, whenever your expectations are super high for anything, it doesn't matter what it is. Whenever your expectations are like sky high through the roof, it's a very slim possibility that you're actually going to be satisfied. It's almost like if we were to do percentages, it's probably like a 5 to 10% chance that you'll actually be satisfied with the results of how things went. It's something about when your expectations are so high, it's nearly impossible to exceed it, because the imagination is a powerful thing. God has made the ability for us to imagine things and experience things through our imagination, that sometimes the experience of that we have in our imagination and how we, just how we thinking about it, is sometimes a better experience than actually experiencing that event in real life. Had people not had those big expectations, the show would have been great.
Did perform a few of his hits, and of course his biggest one, Not Like Us. Could have performed We Gonna Be Alright, B Don't Kill My Vibe, even Poetic Justice. And I know Poetic Justice is a song with Drake. He's beefing with Drake. However, he could have brought Janet Jackson out. That would have really gagged the audience, because the song does sample Janet's song Anytime, Any Place. It'd be incredible, but Kendrick didn't do that, and he kind of underwhelmed me. And this is not to say that his performance was bad. I thought it was good. I think it would be good for like a concert, but for the Super Bowl, you have to really, really come with it, and he kind of did not live up to my expectations. But I do appreciate the dancing in the creative direction. I appreciate the fact that he was putting on for the West Coast culture. And there was a part where the dancers formed this American flag, and you had Samuel L. Jackson representing Uncle Sam and telling these dancers that they were too loud, too ghetto, which I'm pretty sure a lot of the conservatives in the audience were thinking just that while watching this performance. And Kendrick was also playing this whole game. Like, his whole setup was like a PlayStation game. And at the end of the performance, he said game over. So that was almost like, I won, B, I won. That was a dig at Drake. But the question is, did he win though? Did he really? Now, he performed Not Like Us, and he was very bold with it.
Now, in my opinion, the performance for Not Like Us should have been way more legendary than it was. Like, I like how during the Super Bowl performance, how they kept alluding to the song. Everybody think the song about to come on, and it didn't come on yet. Like, I thought that was dope how they was doing that, but I felt like he should have did that more. He should have built more anticipation for the Not Like Us song, and I think it should have been the last song. I don't think it was the last song. I'm not sure. I think it was the last song, but I feel like they should have went way more theatrical with that, because that song it's the greatest rap battle song of all time, and it's performed at the Super Bowl. He done won Grammys for it. It's the most popular rap battle song of all time. He could have really went out even crazier if he wanted to. A part of me feel like, dang, maybe he's starting to feel bad for Drake. I don't know, because he could have went way crazier with that joint, bro.
Be some serious backlash from this performance, but I think Kendrick had to make a point, and he wasn't going to miss out on the chance to perform this song, which was a massive hit. It won 5 Grammys, and it was clearly the song that everybody was waiting on, because the moment he performed it, that's when he got the biggest reaction, and that was very telling. Which is why I say Kendrick kind of fumbled, because this moment that was supposed to be his once again is being tied back to Drake. He even wore a lowercase a chain representing his A minor line. Like, this man was really, he was really trying to stick it to Drake. He really was. And he even brought Serena Williams out there. You know, Serena was Drake's ex-girlfriend. And when Serena moved on to her husband, Drake decided to take shots at her husband. So Serena got her little get back by doing that dance on stage. And also she was representing Compton. So we get it. But Kendrick brought Serena out there just to rub it in Drake's face. And I kind of feel like he was losing the plot a little bit because he made his moment about Drake.
Well, he also brought SZA out there too. SZA is somebody in a song that Drake actually admitted to dating back in like 2008. He actually put those lyrics in a song and said he used to date SZA back in 2008 or something like that. Like, he brought two women out there. Nobody probably even know about Serena, with him and Serena Williams dating each other. But people know about SZA because he said it. So he brought two females out there, two women out there that Drake previously dated. And she forgot to mention that. But I mean, it's okay. I just feel like Kendrick Lamar was really trying to, like, whatever he was trying to accomplish, he did, but it could have been way crazier than that. That's all I'm saying.
But overall, if I had to rate his performance, I would give it a 6 out of 10. It wasn't bad, but it just wasn't impressive enough to me. I think when you kind of compare it to other halftime shows, it doesn't really hit the same. You know what I mean? Like Beyonce's Christmas halftime show, like, she performed down, and the songs she performed weren't even her hits. They were just songs from her album Cowboy Carter, but she knew how to perform them and make them entertaining. And I think Kendrick tried his best. He definitely gave the energy he needed to give, and his dancers did a great job, but something was missing. Something was missing. And I know some Kendrick fans will disagree. They'll get mad in the comments, but I have to be honest, I was underwhelmed. However, it wasn't the worst thing in the world. I've seen some comments say that it was the worst Super Bowl performance, and even the Daily Mail did a write-up talking about how bad it was. I disagree. The worst halftime show ever was Maroon 5's halftime show. That was terrible. But Kendrick's halftime show wasn't bad like that. I thought it was okay. It wasn't the worst ever. However, the audience he was performing for didn't like it, and you could tell that they weren't feeling it. It really wasn't a show for them at all. And I could tell that this was a very conservative audience, because when Donald Trump was on the screen, everybody was applauding him. I was really surprised. And it was also surprising to see people boo Taylor Swift. This right here was surprising to me, because I was like, wait a minute, isn't this America's princess? Isn't this their superstar? What happened? But then I thought about it and I said, oh, Taylor must have really pissed off her conservative fans when she endorsed Kamala Harris for president. That's probably what happened. She fell out of favor with a lot of her fan base. So that's why they were booing her. And that kind of gives me a perspective on the type of crowd that Kendrick was performing for. Of course, they're going to be unenthused, because this is not the type of audience that Kendrick appeals to.
Look, man, you can't please everybody, bro. You learn that early enough in life. You can't please everybody, bro. It's like, you know, somebody's taking a video recording on that side of the building or that side of the stadium, and it's like nobody really, you know, rocking with it. But then you go on another side of the stadium and they probably cheering.
What'd y'all think about that halftime show last night? Was anything a little bit strange about that? Did you hear what they were, like, trying to say? Decipher any of it? What Samuel L. Jackson was trying to say? It was a political jab, guys. We picked the wrong guy, the revolution, all the red, white, and blue. I mean, come on now.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. You can't please everybody. It was kind of interesting how, to me, it actually has always been interesting for football, for the NFL to be America's sport. It actually has been quite interesting, and I've been skeptical of why they always choose hip-hop stuff for the Super Bowl halftime. for somebody like me, I'm going to enjoy that because I like hip hop. I am a black man. You know what I'm saying? Like I love hip hop. But we know like 80% of the NFL is black, but that's not 80% of the consumers or the audience who watches the NFL are not. They're everybody. They're America. So I always wonder, why do they choose like hip hop stuff for the halftime performance?